Let's see. We're going to do some gaming tonight, folks. In a second. I'm going to play some Mythic Legions Tactics. Overall, not really a good game. Kind of unfinished. It's kind of got some bugs in it. I was playing it earlier, and it got down to, it's like these group fights, like 7-on-7, and there's one mob left, and none of my guys would attack it. And I had to retry, and the second time, got down to one mob left, and none of my guys would attack it. So, tried it again, and then finally they got it together. But, it's one of those things where, they didn't mean to release the game. It wasn't finished. They refunded people's money. It wasn't what they wanted. It just didn't seem like it was really what they wanted to be, to release to the public for what Mythic Legions is. And the thing about Mythic Legions action figures is that they're generic. Okay, so yeah, these are elves and dwarves and orcs, but they could be from any fantasy world. They don't necessarily, they'll make a background because it's fun. It's fun to create worlds and do that stuff, but it doesn't need it. It's fantasy, and it could work in any sort of environment. And the sort of the less story you tell on these Mythic Legions figures, the better it is. It doesn't need a video game. Video game's kind of not the point. But let's check this out. Okay. So I'm in the game now. You get 7 people in your party. Let's add them. So I have 5 female humans in my party, and they're named after the Spice Girls. I got Baby, Scary, Sporty, Posh, Ginger. I gave them hair color that matched the Spice Girls, right? The dark hair, the blonde hair, the red head, and the 2 girls with black hair. And by the way, the 2 girls with black hair, so the way you'd tell them apart was one was always smiling and giggling, and the other one was always doing frowny face. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Go check out some Spice Girl photos. And that's how they split the 2 girls up. But I got the 5 girls, the Spice Girls, and you make adjustments in the customized thing, and they don't really take until you quit the game and load it back up, and then all of a sudden, yeah, the graphics are there. But there's these little thumbnails down here of your figures, and the game just swaps the names on them. So we're going to add 2 more characters. So I got these 5 females, and we're going to add 2 elves. I got Boss Hog, and I got Duke. And I customized these guys, and, the graphics don't really work, but like I said, it's kind of an unfinished game. So let's just go to battle. Here's another thing I want to tell you guys about. Is I will turn the music down in the game, and all of a sudden, the music is just on in its full blast, and you have no control over it. Let's make sure that I've got sound. So, let's see. All right, let's see what happens here. See if we get any sound through. I'm trying to configure this in the... You might get a little bleed through my microphone. I don't hear I don't see any, Here, I'll turn on the desktop audio. So I get the music. Alright, cutting back to the game. So here's another interesting thing about this game is I keep going through these scenarios and they keep bringing out new monsters, flying monsters, ogres. There was I was fighting dwarves, but the mobs are all orc bodies. It's like they only got this thing crowdfunded in 2021 July, and they refunded people's money in 2025. 4 years have gone by, and they only came up with orc bodies. So one of my characters talking, baby's talking, scary's talking, the little icon Spory's talking is all the same. It doesn't swap. It's broken. Posh. Looks like we're about to find out for ourselves. The heroes draw their weapons. Alright, so we'll go to sound. And this doesn't do anything. Let's go to display. Let's put this up to high. No need to go to very high, just high is good enough. Alright, so if you saw my video, which I did a little review of this, you don't actually need to play the game. And when I say that, meaning your hands can be up here. The computer does whatever it wants, even if you click on your guy and you say, go fight this guy, retarget it. They go over wherever they want. So, here we go. Alright, here comes my guys fighting. At some point, there's some special attacks you get, but you have to wait for the person to go all the way up. Baby, her attack. Here we go, look at that, hail. Alright, nothing happens. Fighting this guy. And we won. Let's continue on. It'd be great if the music was down. Alright, this is Dretch Underground Pass Battle 2. Here we go. I like the environments, by the way. The little arena areas where you fight. Not terrible. Not terrible. I wish that it's almost like the game could have been saved. Posh is going to do a sweep. There we go. Now they're all in this last coop. I almost feel like I should have one more swordsman, one less guy with a bow. Wish I could change that. Wish you could zoom in too. See, look at this little thing that comes up here. It says sporty and it's like a naked elf. Like what? I don't get it. Also, my guys never take damage. I think they just made this so that you could play through and see the cutscenes or something. I'm gonna put 3 guys here and see if I can defend this Beatty spice here on the corner. Orcs. Why is it like when I click on them, the card comes up and why is it naked sport? By the way, the sport is a human, not a male elf naked. This thing works. Got the master volume down. It's just this music play. Does whatever it wants. This game does whatever it wants. You have no control over it. Here we go. Counting down the battle. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Going in. Battle count. Alright, well, guy. It's scary with the sweep. Look at that. 370 damage. You can run it at 2 times speed, and I recommend it. It's kind of a a slow slog. Let's see if I can get the music down a little bit so that the volume of the mic can come up. I think that's fair. All right, here we go. Should I let's add more people to the group? And I will be doing some upgrades on these guys at some point. I'm not sure when or why, but I will be doing some upgrades. So they give you these, they give you, you can only have 7 people in the party at the time. And they give you like 9, 10 people. They give you 10 people to pick in. Those people back here on the left that you choose to put in your group, they get the same experiences levels as the other guys, right? So I just don't understand. Like, yeah, I don't use those guys, and yet they got all this EXP, and I don't know. We're going to get a little bit of storyline here, so hang tight. I'd love it if this game got good. It has the potential to be good. You don't understand. I'm not slogging for the sake of. I'm slogging because it just lacks in certain things that would make it really fun and interesting. As the 5 heroes approach. Okay, so a lot of times they do this thing where it's like a storyline. There's people in your group and they're talking. A lot of times the people that are talking are not the 7 people that you added to your party. And it also says this, as the 5 heroes approach Aetherhold, I've got 7 people in the party, not 5. Baby, we've got to move fast. We're trying to stop Gorgo. Scary, we'll make it. It's the same thumbnail for every person. They look like some sort of weirdo. Sporty, yeah. Sporty don't care. Posh don't care. Ginger don't care either. All right. Aetherhold Outer West Area Battle 1. Do some ass kicking. Anyways, hands up here, people. Hands up here. Here we go. See, now the music's gone. Is that all it takes? So I think they programmed some stuff here. Just not enough. All right, here we go. Battle 2. Hands up here, people. Hands up here. Here comes Posh. All right, I have a viewer who chats in. I don't know, I'm using OBS, by the way. I'm not using StreamYard, so I don't know how to put it up on the screen. But this comes from Thorin Kostia. Says the Horsemen should have made this a first-person shooter game. Agreed, or actually anything, really. Kept it simple, have 2 or 3 characters to treasure hunt, fight demons, monsters, dragons, etc. Have them collect the prize, the end. Yeah, totally agree. So not only that, but it could have been first-person shooter. It could have been side-scroller, like a Castlevania. Like, at the end, what everyone has kind of decided is we really just want to see the action figures in pixel form. We don't need all this other stuff. It could be really, like stated, it could be really simple. Just a super simple thing of seeing these different characters come to life. And yeah, they could have maybe you pick from 5 different people that you could play as, and you become one of them, and you just run through like as a first-person shooter, and it could be a real simple, like, you just spam the space bar. You know, super easy. Here we go. We're going to go another battle. 2, 1. What is that? Felt like it was in Russian there for a second. Alright, we killed somebody. Here comes a move. So it goes to kind of a... It changes the view up, but you can't change the view with, like, you know, most video games, if you scroll the wheel, you can get it to zoom in and become like a POV shot. So we got one orc left, and it's like she's healing herself. Yeah, we finally got her. There's a weird thing where there'll be one figure left, and it'll just kind of glitch out, and it won't kill them. Strange, but strange. Here, let me see if I can... Man, I wish I could figure out how to run the OBS interface for chats. There's got to be a way. All right. Well, maybe next time I'll read up before I launch the game. But here we go. Just having a goofy time playing. Not a bad little scenario. This sort of these huts. So all I fought are orcs. Endless orcs. Here comes a move. A hail. What does hail do? You know, I unlocked these in the customization upgrade screen. I unlocked these abilities, but they don't really make any sense. Like, is that add a bonus to your guys? Anyways, we're gonna probably put this on 2x speed. Here we go. I like how my archer in the back is fighting melee point blank range. Oh, look at that. It goes so fast, I can't even click on the buttons. Here we go, battle 6. Nothing but orcs, people. Just look at the sweep. Takes forever for you to get the little purple magic back up to use your next ability. And once one guy uses it, no one else in the group can use it. So, there is that. We got some lava in the background. Now we're getting in. This is going to be good. I'm just watching like you guys are. Here comes the hail. Followed by encourage. All right, one guy left and he gets the beat down. Look at that. It's not even fair. Do we get to go to the map? Nope. Got one more battle at least. After this, I'm going to throw some more points in strength and stuff. I haven't really figured out the upgrade features. Comes baby with the hail. Hey, we won again. I don't think my guys take damage. I don't even know where hit points are. Is it these like little red things down here? I don't know what's going on, man. This is the weirdest game I've ever... Well... Yeah, another one of my loyal audience members, Jordan Sculpt, he suggested that they just reskin Golden Axe. It's funny, as I bought Golden Axe for 99 cents on Steam because I loved playing that video game back when it was in the arcade. And I think that's a great idea too. You know, a side scroller like that. Just bring in your, just bring the Mythic Legion guys into pixel form. You don't even really need to do anything with it. But this thing that I'm doing now this isn't even really a game. Like, I'm literally just eating food. It goes faster when I let the computer run it. If I start telling it what to do, it doesn't. It takes longer. Supposedly I'm inside the castle now. Look, I'm still fighting orcs. Jesus, man. All right, I'm going to tell these guys to fight this dude. All right, I just told three of my characters to go fight this guy down here because he's hassling Baby, who's got a bow. Here we go. And none of them move there. None of them move. Now they go. Yeah, a little late. Oh, God. Endless battles that do nothing. Not sure how this is a game. So I'd love to hear more about the relationship between the company that put this out or worked on it or got paid to work on it. What their relationship is with the Four Horsemen. Do they just a friend of theirs they knew? Or, I mean, they've got like a working thing here. There's just no actual gameplay. And they've got cutscenes, but it's just not very pro compared to what's out there. I do like that the music is off now. Here comes Posh with the sweep. Yeah, Spice Girls. That's how you, that's how you run your games. Base them off of pop culture crap. Combination of useless and pointless. All right, here we go. We're Battle 7 inside Castle. Crushing. Oh, look. It's Gorgo. And we're all on him. We're on him like Russian radiation. Look, he's got the helm. Well, he's just trying to kill my baby character. All right, well, I guess we killed Gorgo. All right, here's something different. It's Gorgo and Cave Troll. This is different. All right, so let's do a little planning. Let's throw this guy here. Let's throw this guy here. Come on. We'll keep our archers over there. They're going to shoot at... We're going to kill the We're going to kill the cave troll first. That's who I'm targeting. That's who we're going to target on this. Are they going to actually attack him? Pretty much the answer is no. But here we go. Gorgo. Antler Lord. Okay, so they are attacking him. Everybody's on the cave troll. Cave troll's down. Everybody on Gorgo. Trying to get something going. All right. Somehow he moved. All right, now he's back. Pushed him down again. I think we're kicking his ass. I can't tell. I don't know if we take any damage. Oh, we are taking damage. We are finally taking damage. But none of my guys have leveled to where they actually are a class yet. So I keeps attacking my baby character. Is she the tank? All right. Well, feel like we might have won. Oh, same battle. 2 cave trolls and Gorgo. Here we go. Everybody attack cave troll 1. Everybody attack Cave Troll 1. If you're playing the game, if you're on my team, we're all after Cave Troll 1. Don't worry about Cave Troll 2. Here we go. Counting down. Maybe some pausing. Now it feels like it's turning into a game. Okay, so they're just attacking whoever the hell they want. Alright, cave trolls are down. Now we're all on the boss. I feel like I just played this. So one of my characters is totally broken. This guy, execution failed, special is not set. I did nothing on upgrading him that's different than anybody else. Alright, we kicked that dude's ass. Or did we? Let me guess. Back again. Here we go. Back again. What do we got this time? Alright, I got some... there's some different looking characters, mobs. Never seen these guys. Also, I really like the... interiors are getting better. Cool. These kind of cool pillars that look like they're sort of rusting. Well, they're skulls. They look like they're all like underwater rusticles. And who's this guy? Arethyr. Okay. Isn't he one of the actual 4 horsemen? Orc males. A little different armor. A little different look. All right, here we go. Going into battle. Dutch groups versus Gorgo's troops. So they always go after baby. Oh, Jesus, look at that. All right, we're on this sucker. don't think that's the last of him. I think he's coming back. And there he is. Back again. You just fight the same guy over and over again. Although I was actually taking damage. They were actually, you know, it's like the first time I took damage in the game. I'm like level 80. Fire affinity. What is this guy doing? Oh, why do they go after this one dude? I need like a taunt. All right, Boss Hog, hit him. You have fought bravely, made tough choices, have I? I just clicked next and led your team to victory by clicking next. Through every battle you have forged your legacy, proving your strength and determination. Yeah, I can't believe I sat down and kept loading this game up and playing it. Now as you journey through Zeglana's flock comes to an end, a new challenge rises on the horizon. Okay, so I've played through the first of 3 campaigns. The trials ahead will test you like never before. Doubt it. And only the strongest will endure. Doubt it. The Legion of Arether awaits. Will you rise once more and claim your place in history? Click to continue. We're going to find out. All right, so I should probably... Let's go to the barracks, people. And this is going to take a while. There's going to be a lot of it. It just takes a while to load. If you saw my review of this, I mentioned that it goes to 92% right out of the gate, and then it just sits there for like a long time. So, you know, if you need to go get yourself a ham sandwich or something, now's the time. Just going to have myself some ham sandwich bits. All right. 93%. I'll tell you what, though. It makes me kind of want to go pull the action figures out. So if that's what they wanted, that's, you know, it works. Also, though, the ability to, as you put out more action figures, to add them into the game, I think that's clutch. All right, let's upgrade Baby. Baby has no new skills to unlock. So, that's a bummer. Let's give her some stats. I've got plenty of points to put in. No, how come you can't hold down the plus button? I've got 498 points, and I got to individually click. Well, let's crank up the Constitution, since she seems to be the tank that all the mobs want to go for. Let's give her a ton of hit points. And let's juice the strength, though she does have a bow. And let's juice the dexterity, because she has a bow. By the way, of the Spice Girls, the blonde Baby, clearly the ugliest. And don't know what intelligence does, but if it's spell power, well, I can use her thing quite a bit, so let's take it up to 100. Yep, just clicking, endlessly clicking. I don't know what wisdom does. Let's put it up to 50. All right, still got 300 points left over. It seems like a lot of points. Let's just give her a ton of dexterity. So in a lot of games, dexterity is like, obviously it increases your to hit, but it also increases your dodge. And the best thing for not taking damage is just not getting hit. So let's put the dexterity up to 200. Maybe there's an achievement for that. Nope. All right, I think that's good enough for now. I don't feel like... Yeah, you can't get anything out of... All right, scary. She's got a sword. Let's give her 200 strength. Scary was the black Spice Girl, and she always wore like leopard print. I do have the Spice Girl action figures, the 1/6 scale ones. I actually have some extra heads I was going to put up for sale. If it's something that's interesting to people, action figure aficionados, you know, get a hold of me. Mark at actionfigure-atorium.com. It's the place where I check email. Constitution is kind of low. Let's crank everyone's constitution up. Let's get everyone's constitution to like 100. It'd be cool if there was some kind of a chart or something that made sense that told me what kind of points, but, you know, like Dungeons and Dragons, the attributes just like went up to 18. And, you know, it just made it easier. But this goes up to like thousands or something. I don't really know what's going on. All right, who else is in my party? Sporty, this is obviously the boringest part of the game. So you just try to do some stand-up comedy riffing while you're on this section. But I'm going to give everybody a lot of strength. Because it seems like the more strength I gave people, the harder they hit and the faster the game went. But just sitting here clicking on this button is super boring. And I'm having a hard time because it doesn't seem to make a difference, to be honest. You know, it's not... I haven't... No one has died yet, okay? No one has died yet. I bet you there's an... Not that achievements mean anything, but I bet you there's an achievement if you have all your stats over 100. Maybe Sporty is the over 100 person. God. The muscle in your arm from clicking is the first thing to go on this game. And what does wisdom do in this game? Nothing, in my opinion. All right, let's see. Let's upgrade one more person because the boring level is hitting hard. Any new skills? No, no one's got new skills. All right, what do we got for stats? Let's get everyone's strength up to 100. How about that? Some kill power. Yeah, your attack power is 376. Like, does that even... That seems totally crazy. Like, how much... Like, is that a lot? I have no idea. Let's get our dexterity up to 100. And I'm just going to kick up some intelligence because I think it does something for spell power. And these guys do have spells, but I don't know. This is the kind of thing where if I had like a kid, I would have him come in here and just click the stats for me. All right, good enough for now. We're going back in, people. All right, so let's add baby, scary, sporty, posh, ginger, boss hog, and duke. These are my guys. And you see that they're all, right, I got color-coded. There's a gold, a gray, a red, a purple, a green, and then these two guys, kind of a hot and a cold. We'll see what happens. Back here, huh? Back here, okay. We'll see what it's like with the new stats. So this guy keeps wanting to go after my baby character. It's time for Boss Hog to unleash. Alright. I don't know what happened there, but... Well, I got one guy who's only level 2. Everyone else is leveled. Wait a minute. There's 2 Dieters. What is going on? What are all these places? Okay, I'm in Aerther Hold. I don't know what's going on in this game, people. I feel like it's a combination of broken and not working. Here we go. Like it got huge. Look at that. That was small. This game, all right. Okay, we'll go to the world map. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is all the download allows you to have. Again, I didn't pay for the game. I just went to the Kickstarter page where the updates were, and they had a link to this. And I installed it. And so maybe this is as far as they got. But it looked like it was starting to kind of turn into a real game. I sort of got some different graphics, some different mobs. I started taking some damage. All right. I'll just keep doing this till I figure it out. Good time to get a ham sandwich. This looks familiar. I think I did this one. So I guess if you just need more EXP or something, you go rage through all these other campaigns. Go back to the main menu. There's my useless achievements. Unlock the flail ability. You unlock the flail ability. Minimum 5 characters, huh? Alright, here we go. Trying to finish this. Don't think you can. Also, spacebar doesn't do anything, which is real odd. because most video games are heavy on spacebar. Crushing these guys. How Dieter ended up in my group. Here we go, going back to the barracks, when in doubt. So previously there was a place where you could see all 3 campaigns, and it'd be grayed out if you haven't unlocked it yet. So let's see if it's still locked. Again, the 92%, the hang. This is a game. All right. Perfectly honest, not terrible. But missing polish and oh shit. Look at this, people. Look at this. I've got orcs to play. Or goblins. Let's throw some points. A character named Haldor. These look kind of like the stats of my other characters, but with different graphics and different names. So let's just see what happens. Oh, God, what is this cutscene again? The Elves of St. Mary. I have the music down. I'm assuming that this is all. We've seen this cutscene. What is going on? Now, I have that action figure, too. It was one of the coolest action figures, by the way. The Elf Queen. Kind of made a video on her, comparing her to like I think it was a NECA Lady Sylvanas. Really, the Four Horsemen's Elf Queen is amazing. I think that character is great. At the time, I said it was like peak action figure design. But, well, Four Horsemen have totally, their designs have knocked it out of the park since then. So I don't really know what's going on now. I had a group of elves. They were kind of the Spice Girls. So I guess you have to play as elves, you got to play as orcs, and you got to play as something. He's like from the band Gwar or something. Yeah. So here's the thing. This like storyline of the dialogue that these guys wrote, dude, it's pure garbage. It's just nothing interesting about it. It's so generic and dumb. I'm gonna have to come up with new names. Elf Male. There's this guy called Elf Male, and he's naked here. He looks like he's dipped in chocolate, but his little icon looks like the action figure. Another Elf Male, very Avatar. All right, here we go. I've only got 6 characters selected. Maybe I should have brought more. What was that? Yeah, let's go back to I know the 92%. We're going to be on this. Well, we got to change the names because this isn't working for me. And they started at level 100. What does that mean? I wonder what the total gameplay hours is. It's probably about 3 hours total. If they worked on this for 3 or 4 years, and this is all they got, how many people were working on it? They must have just spent a lot of time on character graphics and environments. And as far as like the classes and the levels, there's a game out there called Path of Exile, which is just kind of like a open sandbox as far as classes, abilities, levels go. It's out of control. And compared to this, it's not the direction to go. Alright. You can play humans, orcs, or dwarves now. Oh, man. I want to play as dwarves. I guess we'll play as orcs. Alright, skin tone. Alright, so her name is Baby. It's the same character. I just got to go through and That's right, people. We're going to try and make these. I'm going to try and make these make sense. Orcs. Whatever. You don't get much for hair color, do you? Oh, now we're talking. It doesn't matter which color you pick. It's always white. All right. I see what they're doing to me. They're hurting me. So baby, scary, sporty, ginger. Just going to try and get my characters back. Posh. Who else was there? Who else was there? I don't know. There we go. Take this guy. And was it this dude? I had a guy named Boss Hog. No. Here we go. All right, so I had to go through and it got my names back. Going in, people. Going in. Going in hard. Going in hard. All right, so let's pick some characters. Yeah, not sure about this. Really not sure. We are fighting elves, though. We are orcs. This could be a real game if they wanted it to be. They'd have to spend another 4 years. Yep, don't mess with the orc goblin people. They will destroy you. We're in the Relic Hall now. The Hall of Antlers. I like how my guys are all naked. They strip down naked when they fight. Well, I'll take that as a win. One of these times I'm going to take damage. No, it's not going to be this fight. I think I should change one of my archers to a swordsman. I think that'll be maybe tomorrow that happens. Yeah, keep winning. Orc Lords of Brooklyn. All right, Artemis. And this action figure. This posterize effect does not look particularly good. I do not have this action figure. Scary. General. Yeah, it just... Man, the graphics are kind of bad. Kind of Ralph Bakashy. All right, here we go. Going into battle. Going into battle the hard way. Battle. Going in. Waiting on load screen. Sound of rustling leaves and snapping twigs. Gorgo, huh? Oh, look, the text doesn't even fit all the way on the on their little pop out. Yeah, this dialogue is garbage. Here we go. So, there were battles in which I was supposed to be fighting dwarves, but they were using the orc graphics. I wonder if it just doesn't... It seems to have dwarf graphics. It just doesn't load them. Now we're going to see how it goes. That's good to sweep in the back there. Units stripped down naked. Naked army. Yeah, one lone arrow going off into space. Is this over yet? Want to get to something new and interesting. Let's try 2 times speed. Jesus. feel like they've given out too many stats. Thumbnail photos do not update. You gotta quit the game, come back. Not doing that. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe we'll play some more tomorrow. Don't know. Oh, here we got the floating cam. I feel like I've been here before. Am I just going backwards? Dieter's not even in the group. Why is he here? This game is whack. At least the music's not on. Jeez, look at that. Water cast and flames show up. And there's the water cast. Wow, that was cool. Okay. I could have came in with a lot of the stuff that could have come in a lot sooner. 7 on 5. They're not going to last very long. But look, there's a dude. Look, there's humans in their group now. The guy with the battle axe. Guy with chainmail. Oh, they're just getting crushed. It's crushing. Can't believe this is a game. 7 on 5. This is not going to be good. Not going to be good. Yeah, I like my hands are down here, but what you don't know is that I'm not touching anything. There's no touching. Hanging out, waiting to die. Oh, this guy, Gorgo. Yeah, graphics are just not good. Although it could be my computer. You know, sometimes you need the greatest thing ever for this stuff to run. And every time I go to settings, it's always on low. See? Display, very low. I crank it up. Let's crank it up to ultra. Who knows? Maybe I've got a video card that won't go to. Maybe this is the best I can get. It's me. Maybe you don't always blame the game. Maybe it's your computer that's garbage. But that was a really boring area. And we're going to fight there again. Whispering Cove. Whispering Cove. Yeah. The destruction of the elf army. Five at a time. Battle rewards. 600 XP and something SP. Yeah, I don't mind having all the points to put into strength and dexterity. It's just so boring clicking on things, especially when you got 7 guys you have to upgrade. It's like one-shotting these dudes. Water cast. When's it coming back? Alright. Here we go. Going to battle. Getting a cutscene. Look what we got. Guy with the torch. Who's coming in? Orcs and ogres. And then, oof. Backstab. I've seen this cutscene before, but now am I on the other side of the army? Watch this and look at, here comes ogre or troll. And then, oh, that guy, he's the Prometheus of the group. Well, begging for mercy you shall receive none. And these guys got just white eyeballs because they're all cracked out on trucker speed. And that was the cutscene. So, let's see. I get a strange feeling that we're playing the same campaign but in reverse. Has anyone else played this game and made it this far? The answer's probably no. Now we're in the bar. Drunkies. That's what this adventure's called. Son of the Red Star. All right, it's getting a little interesting. I know who the Red Star guys are. They're sort of a neutral gang. Dieter. Look, I'm telling you, Dieter's not in the group, okay? Dieter was fired. Sporty. All right, someone's dropping some gold on the table. Here we go. Yeah, we don't need... Dieter's not in the group. Get over it. Or Duke. No, Duke is in the group. Duke and Space Hog. Dieter is in this group. Alright, fine. Well, missing one of my Spice Girls. Ginger, Posh, Sporty, Scary. Baby's missing. Now we go. Picked up my Spice Girl. Spice Orcs. Has anyone done that yet? Doubt it. Here we go. Death by Fountain. Dieter is back in the group. Why? Specifically left him out. Don't understand. Confused. Yep. Played this one before. Oh, here come the cutscenes. The arrows of God. And there's the immovable objects. Here comes the unstoppable force. And there's Golgo. 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 Wild. It'd be cool if there was sound effects. Maybe there are and I have them turned down. We'll maybe adjust the volume a little bit. Mad dashing. bit of sound. Put the graphics on medium. There we go. Don't have a chance. I'm seeing some glowy things here. That's not a good sign. All right, sound is up. Some music, no sound effects. Kind of cheesy. Here we go. Hands up here. All right, well. I hate to say it, people, but this is really slow, boring, nothing goes on game. Just clicking through to see if there'd be some cool graphics maybe that show up. Different effects, you know, maybe unlock some new spells. Different characters. Maybe the story goes somewhere that I feel like it should be going somewhere. But overall, again, as I said, these cats wanted to make their action figures come to life in pixel form and have a cool video game. And you know, it's cool when you see the action figures that you know, and especially if you own them and they come up on the screen. And it is cool. It is cool seeing them in pixel form. Makes you get into the characters a little bit more, or the figures a little bit more. But the game itself, I feel like maybe they bit off more than they could chew for what they really needed to do. Multiple people have said at this point, make it simple first-person shooter, point of view style. Make a couple different characters that you could be, or some universal. And just have you run around the world and just look at it and see that it exists. Or like some type of side scroller would, I think, be ideal as well. Just very simple. 2 buttons, just a hack and slash. Game could have got you pretty far. We'll continue to play it just to see what it is, what the graphics are, and how it unfolds. But as far as like evaluating it as a game, it's kind of not good. It's kind of not good, and I'm not trying to bag on anything. I just, again, you know, bit off more than you could chew, because video games are tough, right? Unless you just want to make some sort of like Candy Crush thing. Which case, you know. So, thanks to everybody catching this on the replay. Sorry if it was insanely boring for you. I know. It can be insanely boring. But, yeah. Thanks anyways. So, ciao.